Hey friends, today we're diving into one of the most iconic, futuristic, and historic places in all of Walt Disney World, Disney's Contemporary Resort. Now, I know when you think Disney hotels, you might picture Polynesian tiki torches or Grand Floridian chandeliers. But trust me, this sleek modern masterpiece is where the future and the past collide in the most magical way possible. We've got everything from legendary Disney history to top-notch dining and some of the best views on Disney property. Plus, a monorail glides right through the building. I mean, how cool is that? Every inch of this resort tells a story. And today, I'm going to share all the hidden secrets, the rich history, and of course, a few of my personal favorites along the way. So grab your Mickey ears, buckle up for some Disney magic, and join me as we explore the Contemporary Resort, where every step tells a story. Let's go.
Now, take a moment to really take in the design of this place. Everything about the Contemporary Resort screams futuristic innovation, right? But here's the kicker. This was designed in the 1960s. Disney wasn't just aiming to build a hotel. They wanted to create something that looked like it was plucked straight out of tomorrow. Or Tomorrowland, it is. Walt Disney himself had a hand in conceptualizing this resort as part of his grand vision for a city of the future. The Contemporary was designed to be sleek, modern, and forward-thinking, much like Epcot was supposed to be. The resort was designed by the Welton Brackett firm, but the construction process was where the real magic happened. This was cutting-edge architecture for the time. An A-frame structure that could house the monorail and rooms that were built off-site and then slid into place like giant drawers. They called it modular construction, and it was meant to make future room renovations easier. But as ambitious as it was, the room swapping idea never quite panned out. Still, just standing here, you get a sense of how visionary this place was and still is. It's a testament to Disney's commitment to innovation, and it set the stage for all the resorts that followed. Now, let's take a trip back to the origins of this resort's fascinating construction. Okay, let's rewind to the late 1960s. Disney was in full swing building the Magic Kingdom, but they knew they needed some hotels to accommodate the thousands of guests flocking to this brand new magical place. Enter the Contemporary Resort, one of the two original hotels built alongside the park in 1971. This wasn't just any hotel, though. It was a technological marvel designed to embody the futuristic theme that Disney was pushing with attractions like Space Mountain and Tomorrowland. Disney partnered with the United States Steel Corporation to create the modular rooms that were literally built off-site, trucked in, and then slid into the steel frame of the hotel. Each room was pre-furnished and ready to go, almost like stacking giant building blocks. Imagine the logistics of pulling that off in the 70s. It was a cutting-edge construction technique, but it also came with some challenges. The rooms, they weren't quite as easy to replace or modify as they had hoped, but the sheer innovation for it is something to admire. The Contemporary's towering A-frame design was meant to symbolize the future of hospitality. This was Disney's way of saying, we're not just building a hotel, we're building a part of the Disney experience. Even standing here today, it's hard not to be impressed by the scale and ambition of this place. Well, now that we've soaked in some of the history, how about we go inside and grab a coffee and keep the energy going? Let's head to Contemporary grounds. Nothing like a little caffeine to fuel a Disney adventure, am I right? Welcome to Contemporary Grounds, the perfect spot to grab your morning coffee before heading to the parks or after an afternoon dip in the pool. I've always loved stopping here for a latte. There's something so relaxing about this little cafe, tucked away in the hustle and bustle of this futuristic resort. Plus, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, well, that's absolutely magic. But what's really special about Contemporary Grounds is that it keeps the sleek, modern theming of the resort going strong. You'll notice the minimalist design here mirrors the rest of the resort. Clean lines, bold colors, and a streamlined feel. It's not just a coffee shop. It's part of the Contemporary's larger-than-life atmosphere. And whether you're a coffee lover like me, or just need a snack to keep the Disney magic flowing, this is the perfect pit stop. But did you know that this futuristic resort was also the backdrop for a major moment in U.S. history? Grab your coffee and let's dive into a story that you might not expect from a Disney hotel. President Richard Nixon's famous press conference. Yep, right here. Let's check it out.
Okay, buckle up for this one because we're about to jump from Disney magic to U.S. political history. So, it was November 17th, 1973, right here in the Ballroom of the Americas at Disney's Contemporary Resort, where President Richard Nixon stood in front of a room full of reporters and delivered one of the most famous political quotes of all time. Yep, that moment happened right here. Nixon was attending a press conference during the height of the Watergate scandal, and as pressure mounted, he was asked directly about the allegations of corruption. In response, Nixon famously said,
"Whether or not their president's a crook, well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got."
That quote would go on to define Nixon's legacy and become a pivotal moment in history. Isn't it wild to think that this family-friendly, futuristic Disney resort, known for magic and fun, was also the site of one of the most dramatic moments in American politics? Disney magic meets political history. It's one of those hidden stories that gives this place even more depth. And now, let's switch gears and take a look at the Contemporary Convention Center, where events of all kinds still happen today.
Welcome to the Contemporary Convention Center, where magic meets business. This sleek, sprawling center hosts everything from corporate conferences to weddings and even Disney fan conventions like D23. One of the coolest things about the convention center is that it's designed to blend seamlessly with the rest of the resort. You're surrounded by that same modern, forward-thinking design, but with all the functionality of a high-tech conference space. What's fascinating is that this center can handle anything from small meetings to large-scale conventions with hundreds of attendees. And here's the Disney touch. You might be attending a corporate event one moment, and the next, you're hopping on the monorail to catch the fireworks over the Magic Kingdom. Isn't that the perfect mix of work and play? Something only Disney can pull off with such ease. And because it's Disney, the convention center isn't just about business. It's about making every moment magical. Whether you're attending a wedding, an expo, or even just wandering through, the energy here is always a mix of excitement and elegance. But let's switch gears and dive into something a little more fun. Chef Mickey's. Who's ready to meet some characters? All right, friends, this is where the magic really comes to life. Chef Mickey's. This is one of the most iconic character dining experiences in all of Disney World, and it's easy to see why. Here, you'll meet Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and the gang, all decked out in their chef attire, ready to greet you at your table while you enjoy a delicious buffet. It's not just a meal, it's an experience that makes you feel like a kid again, no matter what your age. Let's check out Contempo Cafe next door. A quick service gem that perfectly matches the sleek, modern vibe of the Contemporary. Whether you're grabbing a bite before heading to the parks or looking for a low-key meal after a long day, this cafe has got you covered. And because it's quick service, you can order on your phone using the app, get in, grab your food, and be back on your Disney adventure in no time. Now that we're refueled and ready to go, how about we check out the Outer Rim for a relaxing drink with an out-of-this-world view? A cozy little lounge that's perfect for unwinding with a drink. One of my favorite things about this spot is the view of Bay Lake through those massive floor-to-ceiling windows. The Outer Rim is often overlooked, but it's a hidden gem. Okay, I know, I keep saying that. If you want a quiet, relaxing spot to take a break from the hustle and bustle of the parks. But I think it's time we take a closer look at one of the coolest transportation systems in Disney history. Let's hop on and talk about monorail transportation. All right, friends, it's time to talk about one of the coolest transportation systems in all of Disney World, the monorail. But here's the thing, the monorail isn't just a convenient way to get around, it's an experience in itself. And if you're staying at the Contemporary Resort, you get to enjoy one of the most iconic Disney features. The monorail literally glides through the building, right above your head. Every time I see it, I feel like a kid again. Now, let's take a trip around the monorail loop and explore some of Disney's most famous resorts, starting right here at the Contemporary Resort. Our first stop is right here at the Contemporary Resort. From up here, you can really appreciate the sheer scale of this place, the massive A-frame design, the open atrium, and of course, that stunning view of Bay Lake. It's amazing to think that you can hop on the monorail straight from your hotel and be at the Magic Kingdom in just a few minutes. But for now, let's head to our next stop, Disney's Polynesian Village Resort.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Welcome to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, one of the most beloved resorts on Disney property. The Poly has that classic Disney vibe mixed with tropical paradise. Think tiki torches, lush landscaping, and the sound of Hawaiian music in the air. The resort originally opened alongside the Magic Kingdom and the Contemporary in 1971, so it's got some serious Disney history behind it also. The Poly is all about relaxation and island vibes, but don't let that fool you. There's plenty of excitement here too. From the famous Dole Whips to Ohana, this resort is packed with Disney magic. Plus, if you're here in the evening, you can watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks right from the beach. But for now, we're continuing our journey. Next stop, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Now, here we are, Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, the crown jewel of Disney's resort lineup. This place is the epitome of luxury, modeled after the grand seaside resorts of Florida's Victorian era. From the moment you step inside, you're hit with this elegant, old-world charm. Crystal chandeliers, marble floors, Disney tunes in the grand lobby. The Grand Floridian is known for its impeccable service and high-end dining experiences, like the world-famous Victoria and Albert's, a restaurant that has been awarded the AAA 5 diamonds. Whether you're here for the luxury spa, the stunning views, or just to take in the beauty of this resort, it's Disney elegance at its finest. And let's not forget, like the Poly, you can watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks from the shores of this resort too. Now, speaking of the Magic Kingdom, how about we head over there next? And here we go. The next stop is the one and only Magic Kingdom. There's something about seeing that towering Cinderella castle from the monorail window that never gets old. You can feel the excitement building as we pull up to the entrance of the park. The monorail is the perfect way to arrive at the Magic Kingdom. And if you're staying at any of these resorts, you've got direct access to the most magical place on earth. Whether you're headed to the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, grabbing a churro on Main Street, or getting ready for the Happily Ever After fireworks show, Magic Kingdom is where the Disney magic truly comes alive. But don't worry, we're not headed into the park just yet. We're staying on the loop and heading back to where we started, the Contemporary Resort. Just like that, we're circling back to the Contemporary Resort. This monorail loop is such a fun and easy way to experience some of Disney's most iconic resorts. And the fact that you can hop on and off to explore each one makes it even better. And maybe even a little lounge crawl? It's not just about transportation. It's an adventure all on its own. Plus, how many places can say their monorail runs straight through the hotel lobby? Whether you're grabbing breakfast at Chef Mickey's, having dinner at California Grill, or just exploring the shops, staying at the Contemporary puts you in the heart of Disney magic with the monorail right at your doorstep. Speaking of the resort, let's continue our exploration inside the main tower, the central hub of all this excitement. Now, we've arrived at the heart of the resort, the main tower. This massive atrium is one of the most impressive spaces in all of Disney World. From the moment you step inside, you're greeted by soaring ceilings, colorful murals, and of course, the monorail zooming by overhead. One of the things that makes the main tower so special is how it combines modern luxury with Disney whimsy. On one hand, you've got sleek, contemporary design. But on the other hand, you've got touches of Disney magic everywhere you look. And the fact that this massive, futuristic building was built in the 70s just blows my mind. The main tower houses not only the guest rooms, but also some of the best dining, shopping, and entertainment options at the resort. Speaking of dining, we're about to visit one of the best restaurants in all of Disney World, California Grill. Let's head up to the top of the tower. Okay, if you're a foodie, you're in for a real treat. This is California Grill. Sitting high atop the contemporary resort, this signature dining restaurant offers breathtaking views of the Magic Kingdom and Seven Seas Lagoon. But it's not just about the views. The food here is next level. The menu focuses on fresh, seasonal ingredients with a California-inspired flair. But now that we've had our fill of fine dining, let's check out a quieter part of the resort, the garden wing.
Now, if you're looking for a more peaceful stay at the Contemporary, you might want to check out the garden wing. This area is a bit more secluded, located just outside the main tower, and it's perfect for guests who want a quieter experience. The garden wing rooms are spacious, and many offer beautiful views of the gardens or Bay Lake. It's the perfect retreat if you want to enjoy the amenities of the Contemporary without being in the hustle and bustle of the main tower. Plus, you're just steps away from the resort's outdoor activities and dining options, including the sandbar. Speaking of which, how about we stop by the sandbar for a drink?
Welcome to the sandbar, your go-to spot for poolside drinks and snacks. Whether you're craving a frozen cocktail, an ice-cold beer, or a quick bite, this is the perfect place to relax after a swim or a long day at the parks. The sandbar is located right next to the feature pool, so it's super convenient for grabbing a drink while you're soaking up the sun. And speaking of the feature pool, let's head over there now and check out one of the coolest pools at Disney. Now, this is the feature pool at the Contemporary Resort, and let me tell you, it's a blast. This huge, heated pool is perfect for families, with plenty of space to swim and a fun water play area for the kids. And the highlight? The 17-foot-high water slide. I mean, who wouldn't love that? But if you're looking for something a bit more luxurious, you can rent one of the private cabanas by the pool. These come with comfy seating, a personal attendant, and even a TV so you can relax in style. It's the perfect way to unwind after a busy day at the parks. But if you're in the mood for something a little bit more active, let's head over to the Marina and the jogging trail next. One of the things that makes the Contemporary so special is its beautiful location along Bay Lake. The Marina offers all kinds of water activities, from boat rentals to fishing excursions. You can even rent a pontoon boat and take a leisurely cruise around the lake. It's a perfect way to see Disney from a different perspective. And for those of us who like to stay active, there's a jogging trail that winds its way around the resort and along the lake. It's a perfect spot for a morning run or a relaxing walk, with stunning views every step of the way. Now, let's take a quick stroll over to the DVC Tower to explore what makes this part of the resort so special. Welcome to Bay Lake Tower, the Disney Vacation Club property connected to the Contemporary Resort. This tower is home to some of the most luxurious villas in Disney World, offering incredible views of both Bay Lake and the Magic Kingdom. Now, if you're in the mood for a delicious meal, let's head over to Steakhouse 71. One of the newest and most exciting dining spots at the Contemporary is Steakhouse 71, named after the year Walt Disney World opened. This retro-inspired restaurant offers a delicious menu filled with classic steakhouse fare and a bit of Disney history sprinkled in. Whether you're here for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Steakhouse 71 is a must visit. But before we go, I have to show you one of my absolute favorite pieces of Disney art, the Mary Blair Mosaic.
Now, this right here is one of my absolute favorite spots in all of Disney World. This stunning piece of art that towers 90 feet above us in the atrium of the Contemporary Resort is the Mary Blair Mosaic. It's bold, it's colorful, it's whimsical, and it's the perfect representation of the artist behind it, Mary Blair. She was one of Disney's most iconic and influential artists, and I have to tell you, she's one of my personal heroes. As a trailblazer in a male-dominated industry, Mary Blair shattered expectations and left her mark on Disney history in the most vibrant and joyful way. She had a style that was completely unique, full of bright colors, playful shapes, and a sense of childlike wonder. To this day, her work feels fresh, modern, and timeless all at once. But how did she become such a Disney legend? Let's dive into her story.
Mary Blair was born in 1911. She began her career in animation working for MGM, where she actually retired. In the early 1940s, the Walt Disney Studio asked her to come out of retirement, and history was made. Mary's journey with Disney started during the South American Goodwill Tour that Walt Disney organized in 1941 as part of the U.S. government's Good Neighbor policy. Walt took a team of artists on a research trip to gather inspiration for future films, and Mary Blair was one of those lucky few. Her artwork from this trip was so innovative and unlike anything the studio had seen before. It completely captured Walt's attention. He was so impressed by her bold use of color and modern style that he promoted her to art supervisor on a series of films. Her influence is especially visible in Disney classics like Saludos Amigos in 1942 and The Three Caballeros in 1944. These films were heavily inspired by the vibrant colors and culture Mary experienced during that South American tour. But that was just the beginning. Her distinct style would go on to shape some of the most beloved films in Disney history. Here's where things get exciting now. Mary Blair became the concept designer for films that have become absolute Disney classics, like Cinderella in 1950, Alice in Wonderland in 51, and Peter Pan in 1953. Her use of bold, unconventional colors like pinks, yellows, purples, and blues was groundbreaking, especially for her time. But it wasn't just her colors that made her stand out. Mary had this incredible ability to capture whimsy, magic, and innocence in her artwork. Even her simplest sketches felt alive with emotion. Her designs for Alice in Wonderland in particular are a testament to her artistic genius. The wacky, dreamlike world of Wonderland came to life through her vivid imagination, and it was unlike anything else Disney had done before. Mary Blair, her work wasn't limited to just films though. She left a major mark on the Disney theme parks. One of her most famous contributions, and one of my personal favorites, is her work on It's a Small World. The iconic look of that attraction, that's all Mary Blair. In the mid-1960s, Walt Disney personally asked Mary Blair to design the look and feel of It's a Small World attraction for the 1964-65 New York World's Fair. It was a huge project, and Mary brought her signature style to every aspect of the ride. From the dolls to the sets to that unforgettable, colorful facade, her work created the magical, joyful world we all know and love today. And then there's this, her contemporary resort Mosaic. This was one of the last projects Mary Blair worked on for Disney, and it's a true masterpiece. Features playful animals, children. The Mosaic tells a story of harmony between people and nature, and in true Mary Blair fashion, is filled with color and whimsy. If you look closely, you'll spot one of my favorite little details, a 5-legged goat. It's one of those details that make this Mosaic even more special. It's quirky, it's joyful, and oh so Mary Blair. Every time I pass this Mosaic, I'm reminded of how much one person's creativity and passion can impact generations. All right, friends, we've had quite a journey today. We've explored the futuristic design of the contemporary, taken a ride on the monorail, learned about some historic moments, and now we've had a chance to dive into the brilliant world of Mary Blair.
What an incredible journey we've had today, exploring every corner of the contemporary resort. From its groundbreaking architecture to its place in U.S. political history, we've uncovered so many layers of this iconic Disney hotel. We experienced the thrill of riding the monorail right through the building. We met Mickey and friends at Chef Mickey's, and we dove into Disney history with that stunning Mary Blair mosaic, a tribute to one of Disney's greatest visionaries. This resort really is something special. It's not just a place to stay, it's a piece of Disney history and a celebration of innovation. Every time I walk through the halls or gaze out at Bay Lake, I'm reminded of the creativity and ambition that went into making this place what it is today. It's truly a masterpiece of both design and imagination, and no matter how many times I visit, it never loses that magical feeling. I really hope you've enjoyed exploring the contemporary resort with me today. Whether you're a Disney history buff, a future guest planning your stay, or just someone who loves to dive into the magic of these legendary resorts, I hope this virtual walk gave you a deeper appreciation for this incredible place. Now, if you enjoyed this video as much as I did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on any of our upcoming adventures. We've got so much more Disney magic to uncover, from hidden details to the rich history behind the parks and resorts. And trust me, you'll want to be part of it all. Until next time, friends, thank you for joining me on this journey through Disney's contemporary resort. Remember, every step tells a story, and there's always more magic just around the corner. Keep the magic alive, and I'll see you real soon.
Feeling like trading the sleek, modern design of the contemporary for a more rustic, cozy retreat? Join me in our video where we explore Disney's Wilderness Lodge, from the grand stone fireplaces to the hidden nooks in the woodsy wilderness. This resort is packed with the kind of charm that will transport you to the Pacific Northwest. And of course, I'll be sharing some of its fascinating history and details that make it one of the most unique resorts in all of Disney. See you there, adventurers.